my loves, I'm so excited to be with you here today. We are doing a business energy reading, and it is turning into some personal readings too, right? For the full moon in Scorpio during Taurus season. I'm excited to get with this, but I want to give you a few announcements up front. So if you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Archield. I really love working with socially conscious, really entrepreneurs who want to make a difference in the world. So if you are a world-changing woman, we need to talk. And so you can go ahead and book time to speak with me below. See that information in the description, along with some other goodies too. There's webinars, there's stuff on figuring out there's holes in your business foundation and kind of get you on track with fixing them so that you can right the ship. And that's really what May feels like. It feels like riding the ship. We're in this whole wave of energy that's coming through, and it feels like we're coming out the other side, like the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know for some people this time has really been sorrowful. Let's just be honest. And it isn't that you might have necessarily lost someone and therefore it feels sorrowful. It's that a lot of stuff has been coming up for people. I've seen it myself. I've seen it in my clients. And that, my love, can be like, whoa, just all sorts of stuff coming up to be cleared. So I'm excited to see what we're going to see in this energy reading. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. And of course, how could I forget? If you like this kind of thing, if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss a reading or a business rant or business tips. All right, so let's get going here. First thing I want to do is to pull an oracle card. And these oracle cards, it just felt like May is just going to be full of magic. So I decided on this, this magical unicorn deck. Woo! We got a jumper already. Listen to your true feelings. Well, that's certainly a good way to start out. Listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. Ooh, so important. There's been a lot. If you haven't watched your May 2020 energy reading, I'll put a link up here. I'll put a link there and down in the description. And several of those, I really talked about listening to your intuition. And so this is a theme that's coming up. I think that's why for many there is a light at the end of the tunnel coming. All right, so don't let others talking to doing something you know is wrong. This is some strong medicine for this full moon in Scorpio coming up. That'll ride you through the new moon in Gemini. All right, so we're going to leave that right here. Actually, we can put this on top so we have enough space because I don't know what's going to come out here. All right, so let's get hopping and give these a quick shuffle. And we're going to find out what's going on for us for the full moon in Scorpio through that new moon in Gemini. Like moving from Taurus season into Gemini. That's cool too. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what kind of energy we're bringing in. Interesting. We are bringing in some stuff here. We've got a major card. We've got justice, right, upright, and we've got the Five of Swords reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed. So we've got a little bit, I would say, drama going on. There is a lot coming in right now. I think people in general are awakening to the social inequities that are inherent in, I would say, Western society, but really all societies. And we're starting to see that our societies crumble without people that are essential, that most people, lack of a better word, or corporations saw as almost disposable. And so I think we're starting to see that inequity, and that's something that comes through very big injustice. Like, what are you going to do about this? How are we remaking the world as people, as entrepreneurs, where we don't allow these kinds of inequities to continue, right? So there's that kind of awareness that has come up. That's what I'm seeing here with that justice card. And of course, Libra is always reading justice. So if you have Libra energy, Libra rising, Libra sun, you got Libra hanging around you, be very, particularly listen to this. Libra doesn't always roots for the underdog. Libra is a diplomat, but always roots for the underdog. So they want to make sure that social justice things really do happen, right? That there's enough for everyone. This is kind of, like I said, this time has been kind of a tumultuous. That's how I think we have these overturned cards. Like I said, that 5 of Swords reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed. There's a lot of, with the 5 of Swords, there's been something beautiful happening, whereas people are really starting to help out others. I know you've seen this. You've probably seen it online, maybe even in your neighborhood, etc. So there's a lot of love out there. There's a lot of passion to help in community, but there's equally a lot of passion to disrupt. And so that's some of the energy coming in, that kind of push me, pull me that's happening. Again, it's this big energy wave that's going over the entire planet, where we're getting to decide who we're going to be, right? What is our Earth going to look like? And so there's a struggle, right? There's that push me, pull me struggle. I would call it that struggle between leaving the Piscean age and going into the age of Aquarius even, or the 3D and the 5D. But really that shift and what that shift's going to look like. How smooth is it going to be? So all this energy is bubbling up, which is also why we got the Ace of Cups. It's a lot of emotions being overturned here. There's a desire to protect, but not really knowing what to protect. Are we protecting the what was? And do we want to perpetuate that? Are we going towards something new? And so what does that look like? But there's a need to protect self. There's a need to protect who we love. And so there's a lot of emotions coming up. Like I said before, so many people are experiencing what I would call emotional upheaval. All of their stuff is coming up. And so if you find that happening, and I want you to be kind to yourself during this time. I know there's a lot of people saying be as productive as you can be. I'm going to, see what the rest of May is. This is the energy we're bringing in, but I'll see what the rest is going on. But I also want you to have spaciousness. I think that's very important, to have spaciousness to deal with this. This is a lot of energy to take on. This is a lot of energy to deal with for yourself personally, for your community, but also within your business, right? So let's see what else we got here. All right, so during this moving over, we've got the Empress reversed. We've got the 2 of Pentacles reversed and the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So we still got some more energy that we're dealing with here. Now, the one thing I love about the Empress, this is really what we think of as Venus. And the Empress likes things just so. They like beauty, they like abundance. And like I said, we're coming to the end. I'm seeing this as like the transition, maybe a couple of steps we need to do to make it through this transition. Yes, be focused on your abundance. Yes, if your focus is money, fine, but make sure your focus is in all the kinds of abundance. Don't negate one for another. That's like the biggest thing I'm seeing here. The Empress is about abundance, and Empress is about beauty. We want to see that beauty coming in. So how are you going out and beautifying? Or are you beautifying by producing safety, right? Are you beautifying by staying at home? Like whatever that looks like. And things might look really ugly, but as long as you're doing your part, you're bringing up that beauty, we're going to be going well. All right, the 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Again, so funny. We've got that Venus energy here as well, and the Two of Pentacles, and that kind of love. So this I'm calling out for your business very directly. Are you doing what you love? Let me know down in the comments. Are you doing what you love? Are you doing what you think you need to do to make money? Like this time period as we're coming through is about truth. Is about where we're going. So are you doing what you love, or are you just doing what you think you need to do to make money? Now, sometimes, I know for some people they're like, well, I have to do X, Y, and Z. This makes me money, but it allows me to do the thing I love. That's fine. So, but if you're just doing something to make money and you're still not doing what you love, you're still not doing what you're called to do, there is a problem. It will remain a huge problem for you if you come out the other side of this thing and don't right the ship. Don't get going towards your own North Star. All right, so the same thing here in the 5, right? In the 5 of Pentacles reversed. There's a lot of ways that we're taught that we have to hustle in order to do well. Like, I think I talked about this earlier, I think even before we start playing cards. There's this thing on society that says if you're not being productive, you're not doing anything, you're not showing your worth, etc., however they want to put it. The 5 of Pentacles reverse here is saying that that is a paradigm shift that you need to make, because it's not the truth. It is about being in flow. Now, it doesn't mean that there's no work involved in flow, but if there's passion and you're in flow, the work is so much easier. But to hustle and be busy for busy's sake, or to seem productive, that actually gets you spinning out into nowhere. So there's a reminder. And what's interesting is typically when you're doing what you love and you're actually being led from your soul, from your heart, your higher self, it's so much easier to not get caught up in the busy. It's when we go out, here we go, listen to other people telling us what we have to do in order to be successful, where we run into problems and we get into hustle and work for work's sake. Whereas there typically is an easier way, and you've got to do what's in flow for you. All right, so let's see. Those are your sets, folks. Let's see how we're coming out the other end. All right, so we've got a lot of pentacles. So this really is about work this time, isn't it? All right, so we've got the Prince of Swords reversed. We've got the 4 of Pentacles reversed, and then we've got the 9 of Pentacles. So we are coming out of this thing triumphant. Like, don't you worry about it. Like I said, it's almost like the light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm seeing during this period. And we're going to use this Scorpio energy, this ability to dive deep, to really get rid of all the muck, to really see what's going on. Scorpio is always diving in, always going for the truth. That's why they're such a deep dive researcher, and really using our own intuition as we're navigating our way forward. So let's go back over here to this outcome. So we got the Prince of Swords. That's right. We got some Gemini energy coming out. We got Mars energy. So there's more passion, more spark. Like I said, you've got to be passionate coming out of this thing. It's too important because it raises not only your vibration, of course, but it raises the vibration of people around you. You start being able to use that passion to help people who maybe aren't on the same train you are, right? They're not on the same bus. They might be a few buses behind. But that bright glow that they see helps them keep persevering through. And that's kind of the one thing I'm seeing. Don't let anything dim that down. All right, so moving on to the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, these paradigms will just keep shifting and turning. And you're going to see abundance a little bit differently. Again, we are working within the constructs of what's already going on, right? We're working within the constructs of what we have coming out of this Piscean age. So where things are kind of going topsy-turvy right now, and topsy-turvy is just a really polite way to put it, isn't it? Focus deeply on what really matters. These are the last few days where you get to do that, to really discover what really matters and making those a priority, knowing that whatever kind of financial abundance will come, what you make your foundation, what truly matters. It's how do I describe this? Most of the time we make our economic foundation solely about money, how much we have in the bank, the amount of access to credit, or that there's credit paid off, or what have you, right? What kind of house we live in, what kind of car we drive, all of those things. And that is a measure of success, but that's more of the Piscean measure of success. And what we're wanting to move to is the Aquarian measure of success, which is what deeply matters to you. What is it that actually brings you joy? Knowing that once you focus and make that your economic foundation, what actually brings you joy, the money to support this will come. You're looking at what happens. It's more of a focus of what happens after the money comes, rather than just the money coming, if that makes sense. I'm sure some of you people who've been manifesting for a while, you know exactly what I mean. All right, so we are coming at this with the Knight of Pentacles upright, which is learning this lesson around money, financial systems, fiat currency, all of it. Those lessons you're learning, and you will continue as a whole group, as the world. We will continue to learn and change and integrate, and things are differently. But I want to leave you with the fact that you are taken care of. Make sure that you're following, that you're doing what you truly love. You're being led intuitively. It doesn't mean that you don't go get guidance. You know, sometimes people are like led to work with someone who's actually able to guide them through things that pitfalls they didn't even know that existed, right? Or help them see things differently, help them deepen their intuition, etc. So it doesn't mean that you don't get assistance, you don't get guidance or mentorship, etc. What it means is that you use your intuition to lead you to the right mentor or the next right thing to do, or even as you're working with someone, you use your intuition as a check to see if that is the right way to go, right? So when someone guides you and they mentor you, they're making suggestions. You get to make the final call. Don't ever forget that. That's a huge thing to learn. Now, I'm all about being coachable, and I love clients who are coachable, but I respect the fact when they actually check in, they're not acting out of ego. They're not acting out of fear. They're actually checking in with their higher selves. They're really using their intuition. They're like, something feels off about this suggestion to me. Let's talk about something else. And we do. And we usually come around to something that feels wonderful. So that, I think, is a really important part as we head out of this wave. That's what the Scorpio energy is going to give you, that ability to go super deep. Not get rid of the shadows, but really deal with the shadows. Find the truth. Right? And use your intuition as your navigation, your GPS. So that is what I have for this Scorpio full moon reading as we're going from there into Gemini. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And until we engage again, peace, joy, love to you.